Hi, all. It's early morning, and I thought that I would come on here to do another read for you all. So, if you see me grabbing breakfast while I talk to you guys, just let it happen. How is everyone doing? I hope you all are fine and dandy. Embracing all that life has to offer. Taking things a day at a time. And allowing the divine to guide your life, which is super important. I think divine guidance is so important, you know. All right, so let's see. I'm going to be looking at what you are being protected from. I actually wasn't 100% certain about which deck to use, so I'm going to just use a combination of all of the decks that I have to do this one. Yeah. All right, so let's get into it. First, I'll be looking at who you are and what you're being protected from. Okay, I'll allow my cards to give me insight. So for pile 1, who you are, it would be the leading card that comes out with my mini deck. Pile 2, and for pile 3, too many. Pile 3, okay, the titties came out. For who you are. All right, this is interesting. All right, so for pile 1, I have here the sunshine. For pile 2, a cloud. And for pile 3, some boobies with half of a circle. So pause the video if you need to select your pile. Keep in mind these readings are strictly for entertainment purposes, but substance can be found in the information I share on here. So take what you can with you and leave behind what belongs to somebody else. I channel messages intuitively, and I also use my cards, the information on my cards, to channel and communicate these messages to you. So let's dive right into it. Alright, so for pile 1, if you chose the sunshine, who you are is someone that is very much radiant, fun-loving. Just people love to be around you because of the energy that you carry naturally. I think those of you that chose this pile, you could probably like outdoor adventures, or there's something about the sun and the energy of the sun that you like or you feel drawn to. No? Alright, so let's see what signs you could be. If you chose pile 1, you could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Double confirmation for earth signs. Who else could my pile 1 be? Or a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. If you fall into any of those categories, then you definitely chose the correct pile. Okay? So an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. If you have any of those signs, then you chose the correct pile. Alright, let's get into it. What are you being protected from? I would say for pile 1, seeing that this is the leading card, I would say that you're being protected from people that are trying to dim your light. Yeah? People that want to intentionally hurt your reputation, or people that want to make you seem less than bright and radiant, less than what you are. Okay, my pal one? I think that's what you're being protected from. Yeah? Let's see what the other cards have to say. It says, I am the man. I can't take it anymore. So most of your haters, I think for pal one, you could have a lot of haters, right? I mean, all of us have haters, guys. Trust me. You know, if you ain't have haters, then you're not doing life right. If you ain't got no haters, then you ain't popping, right? Haters is a part of life. There's always going to be an envious person, an envious or hateful individual somewhere in the mix. All right. It says here, I am the man. This is like my ego card. Anytime I see this card, I think of ego. So you could naturally just attract a lot of people that are ego driven, or they may have a big ego. Your haters could also be people that have big egos, you know, either men or women that cannot take no for an answer, or men or women that just cannot stand people who do better than them. You know, there are people out there like that, right? You're being protected from people that are egotistical. You're being protected from people that really can't handle your light or appreciate your brightness. You know, because the leading card is the sun energy, and solar energy is very much powerful. And when I think of solar energy, I think of solar panels is what is coming to mind. So if you look at solar panels and how they work, they use the energy of the sun to pretty much power and give energy to other things, right? So I'm getting that particular imagery in my mind, because I think that's how you are, my pal one. Naturally, you have that energy where you light others up. You could be a very positive soul for my pal one. What else you're being protected from? You're being protected from pain. You're being protected from people who just cannot express themselves, and instead choose to like pick on others because of their inability to express themselves. This is a pile where you're mainly being protected from hateful people, I think, or just envious people who not on the same frequency. It says here, I wish to be like you. That's the card that flipped over. Alright, let's see what else comes out for my pile one. Yeah, you're being protected from people who just want to copy you, copycats. They see your style, they see what you do, you know, they want to just be like you, they want to embody your energy. Yeah, I think for you, my pal one, you probably had a lot of people in your lifetime so far pretend to be your friend. So this could be a pal that had to deal with a lot of fake friends, or just people who were drawn to you, but at the end of the day they couldn't handle your light. You could have probably at some point in time had to take on or be combative with people who wanted to damage your reputation. Okay, and all the things that are good about you. You could have had haters that wanted to be like you. Could have had people that wanted to be like you, just have a lot of things to say about you, you know. That's crazy, fam. That's crazy. Okay. That's not normal. Yeah, so that's what you're being protected from. I think you are divinely protected, my pal one, especially if you work with Egyptian gods, goddesses, deities, you are protected from for some odd reason I'm getting sun god Ra. Okay. So if you work with deities, very specific message for somebody out there. That's only if you work with deities. If you don't work with deities, then clearly this part of the message does not apply to you. For others of you, when I see anything that belongs to the sky, like clouds, sunshine, I think divine protection. You are divinely protected, my pal one, especially from I want to say air air beings. So that in my mind would be angels, higher vibrational energies and entities that protect you in the higher realms. Okay, so you are safe, you would always be protected from these type of individuals, and I'm getting strongly that these are people again that want to be like you. There's a strong message here coming through for you, that there are people that want to copy you, want to be like you, want to embody your kind of energy. All right, let's see what other messages come out for you. Let's end this particular read on a positive note. What else does my pal one need to know? I think you guys should just stay prayed up, my pal one. Always pray against your enemies. Always pray for protection from your enemies, and it's definitely gonna go well for you if you continue to pray about those things. Yeah. All right, so let's see what else. What does my pal one need to hear right now? It says here, it will never rain roses when we want to have more roses. More roses. Okay, it will never rain roses. When we want to have more roses, we must plant more trees. For some reason, I felt drawn to the word more roses. So maybe some of you that chose pile one could like roses, you may like flowers, you may just like plants, or you may be connected to outdoors, nature, right? You may enjoy understanding different plants, understanding the biology of different plants, etc. Some of you that chose pile one are into that kind of thing. Agriculture maybe for some of you. So basically this is saying it will never rain roses. When we want to have more roses, we must plant more trees. In other words, if you want more of good experiences in your life, then you have to really reap good experiences. You know that old saying, you reap what you sow. So basically if you want certain outcomes in your life, then you have to put certain energies out into the universe, and that applies to all of us, not just my pile one. So my pile one, keep being you, keep being that ray of sunshine you are to everyone around you. Keep being that light. Don't ever dim your light for anyone, and you are protected from people that may want to try to dim your light or cause you pain. Yeah. So you are definitely safe from all of those things. All right, pile one. So let's get into pile number two. Pile number two, the clouds. All right, let's see what my pile number two is being protected. I'm getting strongly for pile two. It could be air signs. Definitely Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, because this is all the clouds. So this, when I see clouds, I think of the mental energy that is associated with thinking. So because in order to think and dream, you need to be up in your thoughts, right? And in your mind space. So let's see what signs. Too many cards. Let me reshuffle. Let's see what signs you can be for pile two. If you chose pile two, you can be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What other sign? There's one that flipped over. Double confirmation for Earth. What else? What signs could my pile to be? Triple confirmation for Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You can also be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. double confirmation for fire energy, quadruple confirmation for earth energy, Dead Sea, and Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Double confirmation for these signs. So if you chose pile 2, you can be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Alright. I think that is the same thing that came out for my pile 1. So there may be some messages for you in pile 1. Let me shuffle again. Aries, Leo, Sag. Any other signs? Or is that it? And Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So all of these signs came out for this pile. So if you're any of these signs, great. If you chose pile 2, you can be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. If you're any of those signs, you chose the correct pile. Alright, let's get into these messages. What is my pile 2 being protected from? First, let me tell you who you are based on the card. So based on the card, I think that you are someone that is a very ambitious person. This is like my dreamer card. You could probably dream about businesses. You can dream about what your plans that you're gonna have next in terms of your career. You could think about your career a lot. My pile number 2, or you just have that kind of energy about you. Some of you could be my travelers that chose pile 2, or you have a job where you have to travel or be in the skies a lot. For example, a pilot. That's just a random example. God boy, Jesus. Yeah, you all have that kind of dreamy energy, right? So you all are my big dreamers, my ambitious people for pile 2. Definitely air sign energy. You could be very soft as well, because when I think of clouds, it could be soft. It could be soft on the inside. There's something about you that is very soft on the inside. Maybe very few people get to see that side of you that is soft. For my pile 2, clouds also hold a lot of water, and then when they burst, they have what is called precipitation being produced, right? So maybe you're the type of person that would hold in your emotions a lot, my pile 2, and then when you least expect it, you would probably explode onto other people. And that's just, I guess, how you are. Alright, so my advice to you, don't hold in so much of your emotions. Find a way to channel your emotions, my pile 2. That's going to be for some of you, not all of you that chose pile 2. Only take the messages that belong to you. Alright, what else we need to know about my pile number 2? What are they being protected from? More laughter and happy moments. Truth coming to light. Alright. Truth coming to light. Alright, so you're being protected from people that want to lie on you intentionally. Alright. You're being protected from unfavorable circumstances, because it says here the energy of the year is working in your favor. So 2025 is the snake year. Yeah, it's the snake year. And it's a very lucky year for people that were born in the snake year. Now, according to the Chinese zodiac system, every year carries a particular energy, right? And this year is very significant. And it is a year that is all about transformation, wisdom, and renewal, according to the Chinese zodiac system, right? So this year you're going to find a lot of people going through a lot of transformations, growing in wisdom, renewing a lot of their mindset around life in general. So you're gonna find that that's the energy of the year. But for you, my pal, so the energy of the year is working in your favor. So you are being protected from unfavorable circumstances. You're also being protected from people that want to lie on you, or just deceitful situations in general, because it says your truth is coming to light. So the truth is gonna always come to light for my pal too. And I'm seeing here more laughter and happy moments to celebrate. So you're also being protected from individuals that may want to cause you sadness or unhappy moments in your life. Instead, the divine, because this is sky energy, you are being protected from those things. And I think the divine would definitely, I'm just here as a messenger, I think the divine would definitely give you more memories to celebrate this year, more things to celebrate this year. That's just what I see in my cards. All right, let's see what else is my pile 2 being protected from. I'm being guided to pull one of these, so I'm going to pull one of my sweet dreams. What are the odds? All right, I spoke about dream states and you'll be big dreamers. So maybe some of you that chose pile 2, you could have a lot of dreams as well, dreams that reveal things to you. Some of you are gifted in that way spiritually. If you have certain dreams, they can have very specific meanings. All right, so this card fell out. It says Sweet Dreams by Beyonce. What kind of dream is this? You could be a sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare. Either way, I don't want to wake up from you. Sweet dreams or a beautiful nightmare. Somebody pinch me. So what I gather from this is that you're gonna be, something about your dream state is being protected as well. Maybe you had a lot of people, not even people, but I would say low vibrational entities trying to interfere with your dream state, trying to interfere with your dreams. You're being protected from that at this time. And you're being protected from anything that would cause you to have a nightmare type of experience, right? Yeah, that is what I get, my pile 2. There's a lot of protection around your mental energy and your dream state, yeah, for my pile 2. But it's real. This is a good card to get though. The energy of the year is working in your favor. It just means that this year you're gonna have more things to celebrate than, other years. This year is also a good year if you were born in a snake year. I'm getting 1989. So for some of you that chose pile 2, 1989 could be of significance to you for some odd reason. That is the year that is coming to mind. For some of you, not all of you. Also, some of you need to search the year that you were born and look at the Chinese zodiac significance. So if let's say you were born in 1989, for example, search up the Chinese zodiac sign for the year 1989, or you'll get more information on that. All right, let's see other messages from my pile 2. I think you guys just need to really engage in activities that would help you to have a clear mental space. So some of you need to journal for pile 2. Right. The knowledge that we are never alone calms the troubled sea of our lives and speaks peace to our souls. So I'm going to read that again. The knowledge that we are never alone calms the troubled sea of our lives and speaks peace to our souls. So this is just a gentle reminder for you, my pal. So you are never alone. Some of you may feel like you're alone. You have to do a lot of things alone. Maybe because you don't trust people that much, for my pile too. Some of you, not all of you. And you're supposed to be cautious. I'm not saying that you go around trusting strangers. Just it's good to be cautious. But I do see here that the divine, and I'm just a messenger, I'm just telling you the messages that you need to hear right now. You need to know that you're never alone, right? And having that knowledge is going to calm a lot of your concerns, my pal, too, because some of you may have a lot of internal concerns, a lot of things that you keep to yourself. And I'm just reassuring you at this time that is the reassurance you needed, right? That you are never alone. Yeah. All right, let's get into other messages for my pile 3. If you choose pile 3, the boobies. It's boobies, guys. It's boobies with a half a semicircle. All right, if you chose pile 3, I'm getting that y'all could just be physically appealing, because I got 2 cards here that give me the impression that y'all are just naturally very physically appealing for my pile 3. What are you being protected from? We'll look into that after. But I do see here that if you are in a soulmate connection with somebody, your connection is being protected because this person is your other half. That's only going to be for some of you, not all of you. Others of you that chose this file, there's something about your chest region that could be pretty significant. Maybe you may have pretty defined pecs. Maybe you may have a little bit more bust than usual if you're feminine. If you chose pile 3. But there's something about your physical traits that is coming through. Also, you are protected from bodily harm for my pile 3. Just need to say that. That is a message that is coming through intuitively. Okay. And half of a semicircle. Let me see what other messages I get intuitively. Half of a semicircle. Half of a semicircle. Alright, so let's get into it. It says here, if you chose pile 3, you can be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Oh, there's a lot of fire sign energy. Fire signs. Fire signs. A lot of fire signs come onto my profile. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Hi, your energy is showing up in the cards. If you chose pile 3, you can be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, as well as a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So all of these signs came out for my pile 3. I think this is the only pile that where all of the signs came out. I'm not sure. There may be some messages for you in pile 2, so go look at pile 2. Right, so if you are any of those signs, you chose the correct pile, alright? Excuse me. Some of you may have allergies for pile 3. Child, I know about that allergy life. I have really bad allergies. Sinus, I'm allergic to pollen, dust, smoke in some instances. If you know, you know. Alright, let's get into it. What are you being protected from? I get bodily harm. There's something here about this pile that I just feel like there's something about bodily harm. Maybe you had people in your life that wanted to harm you physically for my pile 3. That's crazy. If that was the case, that is crazy. Right? You are also being protected from people that want to take away from you, because this is half of a circle, and when I think of a semicircle, you had to take away half from it, right? So very important message. You're being protected from people that want to take from you. Okay, you're also being protected from if you have a significant other or another half, you are being protected from people that want to, you see I said other half. Okay, I got it too. If you are actively dated, you are being protected from people who just want to take from your love and not give. You know, there are a lot of takers out here in this lifetime that don't want to give. Yeah, you're being protected from painful experiences in general. There's something about pain that came through in pile 1, so go check out pile 1 as well. But there may be some messages for you in pile 2, so if you like, you could go check out the other 2 piles. You are being protected from that. Yeah, there's something here about love that is coming through, and bodily harm. That's such weird messages, but I have to channel them if they come through, right? These fell out. Will this ever change? What do you see in me? Yeah, you're being protected from people who cannot handle you in love. So there are some people in this life that have self-worth issues, and then when they meet somebody that is awesome, they cannot open up to that person because of the fact that they have their own demons that they battle with respect to self-love and really accepting love. Okay, so you are protected from people who cannot see your worth. You're being protected from people who just gonna have issues with you because of your physical appearance. Because there are some people, as shitty and fucked up as this may sound, excuse my language, I swear on here sometimes, but I love Jesus. As fucked up as this may sound, there are people out here that would judge you based on your physical appearance. I've personally had an experience like that before, where because I looked a certain way, a lot of harsh judgments were made about me. Fuck y'all though. Fuck y'all. People out there that judge people for their physical appearance, fuck y'all. Respectfully. But anyway, I say that on behalf of my pile 3. If you've had people that judge you in your life because of your physical appearance, fuck them, to hell with them. They are not your creator. All right, let's get into it. What else are you being protected from? I get mainly that just people who won't see your worth, my pile 3. I don't want to be who I used to be. You deserve better. As I said, you're being protected from people who cannot see your worth. People who think that you deserve better and just can't handle your love, you're being protected from those type of douchebags. Because I think those people fall into a different category by themselves, if you had to ask me. Because, just do the internal work. Do the internal work. It takes a lot of passion. It takes a lot of drive. It takes a lot of willpower to work on yourself. But you can do it. My pile 3, you're being protected from people who just don't know their worth and as a result cannot see your worth. Okay? Alright, let's see. Let's go a little deeper. What else does my pile 3 need to hear right now? What message does my pile 3 need to hear right now? Let's end on a positive note. You also saw that card flipped out. Don't worry about anything because God will take care of everything. Especially if you had people that maybe wanted to cause you bodily harm or whatever. You're being protected. The divine is always on your side. Alright? And you're especially protected from people who cannot see your worth for my pile 3. There's a lot of messages coming through about worth for my pile 3. And your physical appearance, okay? So don't worry about it. God is in control. The divine is in control. Lord, forgive me for cursing, but that's just me. That's just me. All right, so let's end on that note. If you like, don't forget to subscribe. If you don't like, feel free to visit another channel. Bye.